My name is Gene Allen, and this is going to be a quick overview of FileSure. Right here we have the console open. You can see that we have a common task area. Has some popular wizards in it, like the audit folder moves. This is really nice if you want to track who's accidentally moved a folder, and then 6 months later somebody figured out that their folder is missing. Well, you can use FileSure to figure out who moved it and where they moved it to, more importantly. And that saves you the time from having to go to the backup and actually figure out what backup and pulling that backup, even if you didn't have that backup. So you can do things like that. You can run some reports. You can access, record all access to the files, like by type, like Excel files. I want to see record all activity done to Excel files anywhere on the server. You can do that. You can set up email alerts and all sorts of things. This console, I mean, this product was installed with no database to set up and no crazy connection strings. You just start the install and say where you want to put it, and that's it. This is going to be an overview, so I'm going to cover some of the simpler things to do, which are usually what most people care about. We're here on the rules management screen. FileSure uses a policy model based on rules, and we have some rules here. Here's AutoCAD files. We're going to watch that. That's the one that I'm going to be using for my demonstration. We have some others here, like watch PDFs, and these are just rules that I've created as I'm doing demonstrations or recording videos or whatever. The AutoCAD one's kind of a nice one because it's easy to understand. Right here we have a folder with a bunch of designs in it. Now I'm going to come down to, let's say, wall base, and I'm just going to right click on it and say properties. And when you do that, Windows Explorer goes out there and reads the file. Since all activity on a DWG is interesting to me, FileSure should have recorded this operation. And let's see. And there it is. Looks like it was open for read. This is a security check. And then it was read. And then there was another security check, which is open for read and write. So this is the real-time monitor area. It only records what has happened in real time. So if I were to close the console window, FileSure is still doing work in the background. But when you come back and you open FileSure again, just like this, that activity is gone. And that doesn't mean that it didn't record it or it's not being recorded or whatever. It's just hasn't happened in real time, so it's not showing up in this area. So let's come on over here to the Analysis, Reports, and Alerts area, and let's look at our data. First of all, we recorded 25 events today, and let's take a look and see what we have here. So we click the View Data screen, and for this computer, for the previous 1 week, let me see some data. So right now it's asking FileSure, the service that is running all the time, to decompress and decrypt the data store and then pull out the data for us. Now if we come down to the very bottom, there we go. We opened up. You see there's our open for read, our read, and our read write, and we can tell what program did it. Click in there. You can see there's Explorer. And it happened at 2:43:18. That's about right. Here you can do some nifty, this is a slice and dice style interface. And so you can do nifty little filters like this. Like I'm going to say DWG. Show me only the DWG files, not OK files. And that shows you only those files. And you can click on here and you can see some of the other types of filters that we can support. Or you can support it by the username. But since there's only one, that's me, that's not necessary. Just remove the filter and go back. Some of the other things that have happened, like here's the recorded file activity. In the event logs, we have event log. We can record things that happen to the event log. And I have this machine set up to show me the log on, log off events. And this one's also kind of interesting. This one actually shows you remote control access, like a console. This is a Connect on 10/22. I actually physically logged onto the computer. And then I logged onto it from another machine, remote connect and remote disconnect. And you can see this was at 8 p.m. last night, and then at 9, looks like almost 10 o'clock. I was working late that day. It looks like I have a pretty consistent style here, don't I? Oh, there it is again. Like 8 o'clock p.m. and then I log off at about 9:20. Pretty clever. So we pick up automatically built-in remote connects and disconnects and log-ons and log-offs and remote control sessions. And and then all activity that I've done, like I turned off this rule. And all this also gets stored into the audit log that is compressed and encrypted, which is really kind of handy if you have to prove things like for HIPAA or for PCI. You have to record all the activity that has happened to the monitoring software or your security software. So all this stuff has to be recorded, and FileSure does all that. As you can see, I made that rule inactive, I made that rule active, this one inactive. change that summary a bit, and then I edited this. So that's how you can see the data in a slice and dice manner. Let's say if you want to see a report, FileSure comes with about 40 reports already built in. As you can see, here they are: time of deletion, error reports, after hours activity. It's kind of nice. Files copied. There's another one here. This one's nice. Files sent by possible webmail. Files written to a removable drive. But people for auditing mostly like this one, which is the touch files report. And we say our range is to 7 days, and we just run the report. And there it is. And it's 2 pages long. So let's go to the very end. And if we come to the bottom, there we are right there. And you can also have this report set up to be sent to somebody, like send me a PDF format for that user. Just say touch files for the job name, and then mail it to gene@gmail.com. You can also send it as an Excel file or CSV or HTML, and you want to get it on every weekday, say. You can also save it to a folder. But that's kind of a nice way to get it automatically sent to somebody's email inbox. And the predefined reports is really kind of nice. And each one has a function. If you go to the website, it'll tell you what is really useful for each one of these reports. They mostly have been requested by customers, and we write them when you need one. And then we add it to the product. I'm not going to say that. But that's how you get a report out of the system. Something that's also kind of nice is the managed alerts. And this is an alert that gets sent to Gene Allen at FileSure, or gene@FileSure.com. And it's based on the summary called extension summary by user. So if we edit this, you'll see that it says user has accessed this many files of this extension in the past 24 hours. And you can see right there, Gene has accessed 15 PDF files in the past day and 13 DWG files in the past day. But we only care about this if it passes a certain threshold. So our email alert system is based on, I don't care if you read 5 files, I don't care if you read 15 files or whatever, but when you read 500, I want to know that you just did it, because you shouldn't be reading 500 files of a certain type. So getting an email when somebody does some strange activity, first of all, doesn't fill up your inbox with a bunch of crap that you don't care about, and it lets you know when something happens quickly. And you can change all this to don't spam me to death here, and how many do I need to threshold. So that's how you can get some alerts out of here. Let's see. So we've covered alerts and the reports. Here's the schedule alert screen, jobs, and you just set what time you want it to happen. There's the rules management. You can do all sorts of crazy things in there. There's the main screen. You can cover the user. And we also have workstation support, so you can actually manage other workstations. And this has a 200, obviously this isn't, this is just test environment, but you can actually add workstations and deploy FileSure to workstations and audit it and secure those machines too. Basically, FileSure can handle whatever you need it to do if it's related to file security and file auditing. And we're really proud of it. Why don't you give it a free trial? Let's see if you like it too. It's a 21-day trial, and you can pick it out at FileStorm.com. Thank you.